Okay, yeah. First of all, I want to start off by saying before anybody starts ranting and raving about the subject that I'm going to discuss, just stop and listen. Okay, just listen. This is about the whole Kony 2012 thing. There's been a few like documents and articles saying that this organization is actually fake. The amount of money that they claim that goes to helping the actual cause itself is a low percentage. I'd like to say, well, to be honest with you, I'm not surprised because this is not like the first time an organization has done this. But what you need to realize is the cause itself is still a problem. Don't think that this doesn't go on. It happens. If you'd ever seen a film called Blood Diamond, this issue is in that film as well. You know, a guy goes to Africa seeking out, blood diamonds. Well, obviously, diamonds acquired through, pain, suffering, blah, 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 whatever. It's still the same problem. There's a guy that has his little army, and he's enlisting kids into his army, giving them guns, doing the same that this Joseph Kony guy is doing if he is real. The whole barbaric thing, everything, doing exactly the same. But there's another film which recently came out called Machine Gun Preacher, which is exactly about this issue. Down to a T, the whole film is exactly about this. I'd say that's a good one to watch because it raises awareness. And regardless of whether this organization has set out to deceive people or not, as I said, the problem is real. This is happening, this has happened, and this will happen. More importantly, it's important to realize that yes, there will be a lot of groups out there that will be, trying to deceive you, trying to get your money, not use it in the correct way. That's just life. That is how things are. But if this Joseph Kony guy is real, I'm not saying that he's not, but if he is, yes, he has to be brought to justice. Something has to be done. But what you need to realize, your government is just as bad as this guy going out, and taking kids and making them do all these horrible, terrible things, because they have sat back for God knows how many years now and watched this happen and haven't lifted a finger, because the amount of money that's in the country is more important. The amount of goods that are getting imported are more important than the lives of children to your government. The government itself is the real monster here. If they did their job, if they protected the people like they're supposed to do, monsters like this would not come out of the woodwork and get away with doing this for so long. That's what you need to realize. It's not just a problem of this guy, it's a problem of the government and the people that are supporting the government. Everything's just about money now. Nobody cares about life. We are expendable to the higher powers. That is all we are and all we will ever be until we actually seek out change for ourselves. And the fact that we are just cattle to them doesn't seem to bother many people. People just seem to, go along their whole lives thinking, oh yeah, I don't mind being this government's bitch, but because I'm still getting paid, I'm getting protected to a certain extent, so why should I have to stand up and, make a fuss about a small little things? Well, they're not small little things. Think about your children's future. Your children are going to grow up in this world. They're going to have to deal with all these problems. And sometimes I think that I don't actually want to bring up a child in this world. Because of how crazy it is. Because of how much people actually just don't care about the world. Most of you would have had no idea that this was going on in Africa until they saw this whole Kony thing, and then they just jump on the whole bandwagon. And it saddens me that nobody cares enough to actually care about their world, to actually, find out about the injustice that's going on and all these terrible things. But yeah, that's the world we live in. Not enough people care, and that is the real problem. I suppose that's all really I wanted to address. Well, I want you to think about this. Think about the world you live in. Think about all the things that people have to go through. Even if you do it for 1 minute, just think about that.